Joining me now from Southern California, candidate for California Congressional District 36 and lead proponent of the recall of Governor Newsom, Erin Cruz. Erin, I think your website pretty much says it all. On your website is a countdown clock, and it is actively moving, and you have about 138 days by your clock to get the required signatures to get this on the ballot. You need what, roughly 1.5 million signatures?
Yes, just under 1.5 million. We need the people of California to step up, get involved, go to our website, go to ranaf.org and /petition, print the petition and mail it in to our contact page address, and do it right away. It's important that we have a sense of urgency here. We need to send a strong message up to Sacramento that people of California are fed up and not going to stand for this nonsense any longer.
Okay, 138 days, 1.5 million signatures. That's about 10,000 signatures a day. And you have recall facilities and facilitators throughout the state now. There's 58 counties in California, and you have either facilities or facilitators in all of those counties now, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have entire teams. As a matter of fact, between all of our coalitions, we have about 200,000 volunteers across the state who are working diligently, networking in their communities. We haven't seen the numbers flow in just yet that we know are out there, but we know the people of this great state are fed up, and it's across party lines. Just this morning, we received the endorsement of the Libertarian Party of California.
Are you getting some Democrats that you know of signing up?
I would say about 30% of our signers are disgruntled Democrats who have buyer's remorse.
All right. So 10,000 a day, you have 58 counties. That's about 187 per county per day. That's a doable figure, right? I mean, some of these counties are sparsely populated, but some of them, you know, like Los Angeles County, are very densely populated. So that's a doable figure, is it not?
It is a doable figure. In fact, especially when you look at the voter base with 4.4 million people voting for President Trump in the last election, along the lines of those people with the buyer's remorse who just didn't sign up for the radical agenda that Gavin Newsom is pushing. You know, we're looking at a cross-section of California that are just ready to get rid of him. We're talking about public sector, private sector people who are in unions, truckers, salon owners, you know, private contractors. So many people are going to be taxed to death as a result of AB 5 and other legislation that Gavin Newsom has pushed.
And you're doing this grassroots. There is another effort out there to recall Newsom, and there was, I would imagine, there must have been some talks between both of your camps to try and combine efforts. Obviously, it didn't work out, so you've got competing methods. The other method, the guy's going out there paying people to get signatures, but you're going grassroots.
Absolutely. You know, the problem here in California is we have, by large, not been communicating with one another. And with social media as it is a great model for us to be able to, you know, communicate. But it's not what we really need to be able to get this state back on track. We need people working in their communities at a very local level in their towns and their cities to be able to make that change they want to see from the ground up, local elections all the way to recalling Gavin Newsom. And this is a great modality to help make that happen.
And if you have an energized force out there in each of these 58 counties, you can get this thing done. When you talk to Democrat voters, and obviously you're outnumbered in the Golden State, once Golden State, that there are more registered Democrats certainly than there are registered Republicans, and a lot of independents, we should point out. So when you're framing this to these people, what do you pick to highlight in terms of the atrocities, the political atrocities, that Gavin Newsom has perpetuated on the people of California? You talk about the gasoline tax. Do you talk about the homeless situation? Do you talk about the forced blackouts?
Where do you start? Where do you start? It just Gavin Newsom's making this very easy for the public to make a decision that he is not a leader and that they want him out as soon as possible. But we talk about taxes as fundamental and basic rights that he is infringing upon. You know, there's a lot of Second Amendment people with parental rights issues. You name it, Gavin Newsom's pretty much gone after every section of California in terms of perspective and how he's wanted to attack the people. But tax is a big one. Gas tax is a big one. Car tax. And then you add on top of these blackouts and brownouts, and we have what looks to be a repeat of Gray Davis. And you know what happened to Gray Davis.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.